Oh, today's guest. He is nightclub owner, Nevermind Small Club in Northridge, Perth, Western Australia. He is a DJ under the name DJ Big Pink. You might see him most weekends at the movement festivals happening all around Perth. Please welcome the one and only Aeson Derulo.
Yep.
How much do you weigh in there?
86 kilos.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And what do you reckon you're going to get down to for your fight?
I'm already 82 now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just because of all the cardio. I've stopped training weights and everything. Honestly, it's too much on my body.
Yeah.
The cardio is enough, man.
And how often is the training?
Four times a week. So Tuesday nights,
Jesus.
Thursday nights, and then Saturday and Sunday mornings, which I think, here's my theory, that obviously they do those Saturday, Sunday mornings to keep everyone off the beers.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Can you imagine being hungover? I did see something. One of the girls posted something. She was out on the town. I can't actually remember which one, but I was just thinking she's going to pay for that.
Yeah. I can't imagine rocking up hungover. No way.
No.
I reckon Glenn would spot it on you.
Oh,
He'd spot it
yeah.
and he'd drive you hard.
Smell it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, he was, I met him when he was security at the Mustang Bar.
Yeah.
That was, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And he would have seen everything. He'd be able to tell someone. Is that?
Yeah, I was chatting to them. We went to watch the Pacquiao fight the other week.
Oh, yeah?
I was chatting to him and Nigel about Nevermind, the club that I owned.
Yeah.
And Nigel was like, he used to work security there when it was Eurobar.
Eurobar.
Yeah.
I said the EC there. I wrote it there. I thought it was the East Bar. It was a Eurobar.
Yeah.
That's it. I had my Bucks party there.
Fuck.
Or part of my Bucks party.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was a few years ago.
Many moons ago, yeah. I remember when I lived in Northridge. I actually still live next door to the club, about 50 metres up.
Yeah.
And I lived there since it was Eurobar. So I've seen it go through all the changes. And across the road from Black Betty's, if you remember that.
I remember Black Betty's. I remember it used to be the post office. Is it the post office now?
Post office. No, it used to be the post office, yeah.
It was the post office, then Black Betty's? Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know. My parents told me about it. I was far too young to be doing that.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Never mind now.
Yeah.
I am fascinated by this. I really am.
Yeah.
This is at the corner of Lake and Aberdeen Street in Perth. I thought it said it used to be the East Bar. It was the Euro Bar, as you have. Let's have a look. I did get onto your. Look at that nice photo. Oh, tell me about that dog.
Oh, Haku.
What is going on there?
Oh, he's a little monster, hey. Yeah, he's good. He's a handful. I actually was wanting to get my own dog. I'm a bit of a dog whisperer with my friends. I puppy sit for everybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to get my own dog, you know. So I finally committed and picked him up. And then like 2 weeks later, we all went into lockdown.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's perfect. I've got a little buddy to hang out with.
Oh,
so
nice.
The first sort of 10 weeks, 11 weeks of having him, it was just 24/7 me and him time. It was great. So, yeah, he's a good little companion. Perfect for the apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mate, I'm going to play a video now. Are we right with copyright and everything for this thing?
We are, yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, now this is the final night at Nevermind Small Club, wasn't it? This one here?
Yep.
Now, I saw this. This is great. Makes me a bit emotional. Like it really does.
Yeah, we're going for that, yeah.
What time of the afternoon do these sessions kick off?
Well, normally we'd open at 6 on a Sunday, but we started this party at 2 p.m. and at about 1:30 there was about 300 people outside waiting to get in.
Wow.
It was the end of an era, really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this party we started it at it wasn't Euro Bar, but at that same location 6 years ago. Every Sunday in the courtyard there. So it's been going 6 years.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I look at it, and you just look at the people there, and it just seems like everyone is just so happy. There doesn't seem to be any aggression, anything, does there?
No.
Well, Aeson threw them out, and we edited that out.
Yeah.
No, we created a nice little culture there, definitely.
That looks great. It's such a nice, small, little intimate place, isn't it?
Yeah.
What was your capacity?
Legally, or we'd squeeze 300 plus in sometimes, but it was legally 250. Yeah.
It's a 250 plus staff.
Yeah, exactly.
And it doesn't seem to be like seem to be. Oh, there you are. Look at you going for it, mate. There's not the. Doesn't seem to be pretentious. It's just like all ages. That looks great.
Yeah, it's a good spot. It was very emotional this night, actually.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
How you go watching this?
Not too bad, hey. I think the most emotional I got was the last couple of tracks while I was DJing. I played the final set, so playing those last few tunes and hugging everyone afterwards, and it was very emotional. And then the very next day we had to come in and start ripping shit out.
Oh no.
Yeah. So we sort of unceremoniously canned by the landlord. He wanted the building back to redevelop.
What are they doing there, do you know?
They're turning it into like a hospice care for people in motor vehicle accidents.
Oh, okay.
It's what the building next door is, who's owned by the same guy who owns the whole corner.
Is there a bottle shop there?
Yeah, they got booted as well. So they're gone. Yeah, so we had to surrender the venue. It's all sort of getting tied up in we believe it was unfair dismissal or termination of lease.
Yeah.
So we'll be seeking compensation
through
the proper channels, which is always fun. Love dealing with lawyers.
Mate, just watching that, it seems to be like, I mean, I wasn't even there. I tell people I was there, but I wasn't even there. But it must be like I said, emotional to be seeing it.
Yeah. At the time it was. I think it's sort of settled into post Nevermind life now.
Yeah.
Just busy with training and stuff. So at the time I was like, what am I going to do next? Like, we've been wrapped up in that place for a long time. Yeah. Yeah,
this has probably come around perfect time for you as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I think I was saying that earlier in the first half of this that we did. It came at a good time to give me something else to focus on. Yeah, yeah.
How has it been like your role at the club? You were owner of the club, and what obviously a DJ, as we saw you there.
Yeah, I was DJing less and less, but doing all the social media, all the events, bookings, bringing over international DJs, organising all the parties, all the local DJs. Just sort of more the vibe guy of the venue, cultural, doing all the social media and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There's some good videos in there as well.
Yeah. Well, I'll pay someone else to make those, but I'm no photographer either. We've got a great photographer that we were working with at the venue. So.
Oh, beautiful.
And then so I had a business partner. She's much more finance-driven background, business side of things. And then I had a really great venue manager who was basically keeping the wheels moving every week. Yeah.
And so many clubs closed down for all manner of reasons, not always the choice of the owner. The fact that you were shut down by the landlord and you were operating well, business was going well, so that must account for you must have a good feeling about that, at least, that you were doing well. And
it's not like we didn't exactly drive it into the ground and part ways. Or we were great. We were doing really well. We won last year. We got crowned best late night venue for WA at the AHA Awards, which was huge for us.
Yeah.
Wow. We're up against venues like, who are we up against actually? Lots of bigger venues like the Court and stuff like that. I know the Court wasn't in it last year. They didn't make any submissions. They normally clean up all the awards, so 6 or 7 awards every year. So,
but the size of that thing, no.
Yeah, we're up against all these massive venues with a whole team of people, and then our shitty little courtyard spot picked up best late night venue, which was really cool.
What sort of criteria do they rate you against?
Well, you make your own submission. So you pick the categories that you think apply to you, and then you have to basically send them a letter saying why you think you should win it. So for us, it was just trying to communicate the culture that we created with the venue and how that contributes positively to Northridge nightlife. There's other venues which we won't name, but they constantly got cops out the front and ambos rocking up at all times of the night and stuff. Never had those problems at our venue.
No, it did seem like everyone was there just having a good time, and it didn't seem to be too many dramas.
Yeah.
So when did it actually open? Because you said it's been going how many years?
So the Sunday party started when it was still owned by Boomtick. I was doing just Sundays there.
Yeah.
And then after about 2 years of that, me and my friend bought the venue.
Oh, nice.
So 6 years for the Sundays and 4 years for actually the venue.
Okay. So when was it open? It was obviously
2017, yeah.
Okay, so the Sunday sessions were the big ones?
Well, I think that was sort of the event that we already had ticking over.
Yeah.
So we had to then somehow figure out how we're going to create what we're doing on Sundays and spread that across the whole venue and make it our own. because they were doing like trap and dubstep and drum and bass on Saturdays and stuff like that.
I love my dubstep.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you?
No, I'm not too sure. I think I'm showing my age here now.
Oh, one more question about the with all the variables that go into setting the mood right and pitching a club.
Yeah.
What do you think makes your club successful? Like, what are the variables that you controlled that you went, it's this, and this, and these are the things that made us successful?
I think it was mostly probably that it felt like one, I don't know how to describe it. A lot of
family.
venues, you've got like an owner who's probably some crusty 60-year-old guy, and he pays someone. Who's
Anyone in particular you're thinking of there? You want to
There's
drop a
plenty
name?
in Northridge, plenty of them.
Hey,
and,
whoa.
and they pay someone half their age to run it for them, and that person's motivated to do their job, but maybe not motivated completely. Like, as you know, for us, it was like from me and my business partner, what we were creating there was very much like it had our brand on it. It was us personally,
Yeah.
and we would be there. You know, people would come to the club. The owners are there. All of our team felt that too. We had a really strong culture with our staff, and I think just that, you know, when we closed, we still catch up. All the staff, we all get together like once a week.
Nice.
You know, creating that and communicating it through our socials, through the team, through the staff. I think that's probably what made us a little bit more unique. Yeah.
Because you guys are all obviously so invested in it as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it wasn't just, you know, we could have just played R&B and commercial music and probably made twice as much money, if I'm honest, but we were stuck to our guns. We had
Beautiful.
what we were trying to create, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Do you ever think about heading over to the UK or anything like that?
You know,
Tell me why.
I've never been to the UK in my whole life. I know.
Have you been to the UK, Brad?
I have.
I just never made it there. Yeah, you know,
Really?
my friends, you know, they'll finish school and then went on a couple of gap years or whatever and did Europe and stuff like that. Just never got around to it. So
It is something else over there, mate.
Yeah?
It is a way of
I'm
life.
sure music scene for sure.
Let me just drop some names here, okay? Get ready to pick up all these names. I used to live, I am not into the full dance scene, I'll admit it.
Yeah.
I missed out on it, unfortunately. It just wasn't my thing. But I used to live next to the Ministry of Sound. And, yeah.
Well, the crowd's like out front of there.
Oh, it
Yeah,
was
dicey?
something. Yeah. Oh, no, it was odd. I mean, I think a lot of people went there because of the name of it and just thought this place is incredible. But to be honest, the culture of it was, I think so many people were so happy to be there. It was just, it was great. But the dance and the DJ scene over there is like nothing else. How they can control a crowd that, you know, I don't even think a live band can control a crowd the way a good DJ can. So, and it's more than just up there pushing buttons, isn't it?
Yeah, most of it is track selection. I think with most good DJs, like a lot of my favourite DJs, I'm just like, fuck, like how did they think to play that track after that track? And then on top of that, there's the skills of how they mixed it in a way that made sense. But yeah, it's an art form.
Yeah.
I mean, we book tons of DJs from the UK and bring them over to Australia, but I've never actually been there myself. It's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been doing the DJ for?
Wow, just sort of slid into it when I was like 19, I think.
Do you have people, like old people? No, do you have people just constantly coming up to you requesting songs?
Yeah.
How's that go
DJ
down?
that much anymore. Honestly, I don't. Since I started the club, I just sort of took a back step. It seemed a bit self-indulgent to own the club and then book yourself every weekend as well.
Like
and there's plenty
like Jackie Moon,
yeah,
in semi-pro coming in.
and there's
Jackie Moon. That can be your nickname.
Yeah. I fucking love that movie. Hey,
that's so good.
Yeah. I just feel there's people better than me anyway, so it's better to give them a shot. But yeah, you're not wrong. It's the old request. It's the thing. It's a thing. Some people just, I don't think they understand why you're getting paid to do it.
Yeah.
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 There's a reason you're getting paid to be there.
And someone comes up and requests the Backstreet Boys or something like that. Yeah.
Or horses. is a big
Oh,
one.
really?
Really?
Everywhere you go.
Even at
All that.
Nevermind, people would request
Yeah,
horses.
you get like some old, 'cause especially our Sunday parties, such a varied crowd. Like we'd sometimes there'd just be some old bogan dude in there and be like, play Akadaka. You're like, this
The
is
dubstep
literally
version, though.
a deep house event, and some dudes screaming for Akadaka. Yeah,
Really?
Like, yeah. Bless them.
Well, I did have a bit of a surprise for you here.
Oh yeah.
Me being the DJ kind of thing, I do like to slide that up and down there. I've actually created a personalised intro. Oh, probably not an intro. It's when you win. I'm very confident that you will win. Okay. Hopefully this isn't too loud. You know who Bruce Buffer is?
I don't.
Okay.
Oh,
He's the ring announcer.
I was
of the
about to say,
UFC.
yeah, the UFC.
Now, I've edited these things in. It might be hard because the transitions are flawless. Okay, but see if you can pick them. You ready? This when you. I want them to play this after you win. Right? Ready?
Fighting out of Perth, Western Australia, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed Perth Rumble lightweight champion of the world,
Aeson Derulo, drop it hard.
Oh wow.
That was seamless. How did you get Bruce Buffer to do that?
I edited those ones in. Did you tell? It sounded like all in one. I had to go
Too
to.
much time on your hands, man.
That's what I did yesterday when I should have been parenting. I had to get the corporate. This is a Perth corporate rumble in there as well. I had to go to I think it was a 1983 WWF to get him introducing Corporal Kirshner and take the corporate bit out of it there.
Oh wow.
I know. I'm a bit of a DJ myself. I think.
You dabble.
Yeah,
You
wow.
dabble.
I dabble.
I saw. Do you know the comedian Andrew Schultz? He got the Flagrant 2 podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had him come out and open his shows. He's doing this massive tour of America at the moment. He come out and
Who was opening it?
Bruce Buffer.
Really?
Yeah. At a
so
comedy
good.
show, it's like a massive theatre.
Yeah.
He comes out and you're introducing. Yeah. Andrew Schultz.
I would love him to do it for us. How good would that be? Get
Yeah.
Bruce over here. Nice. One more thing, sorry, I was meant to say this before. With Nevermind, I don't think, like a lot of the people, you would have had the same kind of people there each. Well, not the same kind of people, but the same people there repeated. I think the hard thing for a lot of people would be they won't really understand the meaning of that place or how much that meant to them until, down the track. Like I look now at places that I went when I was, I don't know, like mainly in there. And I'm not bringing up the UK bit a bit, okay? Get on back.
Hey, that's your
Flex,
dreaming.
man, flex.
Okay. I will flex. But we didn't realise it until it was gone. And I think with having a look at Nevermind and seeing how long it ran for and seeing the way that people were there, I just think that in the years to come, there are going to be some people that just will remember those days and just, like I wish I could do anything just to go back for one night with all the people back in those days.
Yeah.
And that's something that is virtually, impossible to create. And it seems like Nevermind's has done that.
I think we had a bit of that. Yeah, we definitely had a bit of that. I know some of the clubs I used to go to when I was in my 20s. I'm showing my age to a bit now.
Last
I definitely
year.
look back.
Here we go.
I look back at some of those, and you're like, people don't understand. And there's a lot of great events in Perth. Definitely, like, speaking from my perspective now, there's a lot of great events in Perth, but there's very few clubs that have a week in, week out culture where they have regular patrons that know all the staff, that know all the security, that's their home for a night out. That's where they feel welcome and at peace. I mean, there's probably a few people that frequent a couple of spots, but there's less and less venues like that. There's some great events that shop around at different venues and stuff, but that's definitely what I wanted to create with the venue, because those are the types of venues that I loved going to when I was younger. And you're right, when you don't realise at the time it's there.
Sorry, I just put up a shirtless photo.
It's me on the beers and the darts. Love it.
No, sorry, mate. That was the biggest mood killer I think I've thrown in there now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously you can tell not the success of a club, but like the culture of a club by staff turnover. And I'm guessing that you guys never had any drama with retaining staff.
No. Fuck, we're the best team, man. I love them all so much. Hopefully they watch this. I can gas them all up. They're legends.
You want to drop some names?
Yeah.
Drop some names.
Oh, all of them.
Don't want to drop names in case you forget someone.
I know Brindley definitely. Yeah, look, I'll gas up Brindley because he was the manager, but everyone else can just, they can just be on the back burner of that.
Okay, with
that's most of them actually in that picture at the top.
Where are we there?
That's my staff jumping in for the final DJ set, setting off the confetti there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, legends. Yeah, so a lot of them moved on. It was the minute we said we were closing, I had like 15, 16 messages. What are your staff doing when you close? They're fucking all legends. They all
really?
They work so well. Like if they need a job, like we'll take them on here. So they all found jobs immediately.
Beautiful.
Hopefully I can poach them back when we open the new
Oh,
club.
there'll be some poaching.
Yeah.
No, so I see you put up something here from the other day. So is movement still going each weekend?
Yeah, so not every weekend. So it was every Sunday for 6 years or whatever.
Yeah.
We're just going to do some parties over summer. We'll pop it up every month or two.
Oh, so
Get
it's
the
going to be
band
just in
back
different locations?
Different locations, yeah. And we've got some artists, hopefully, if borders open back up, coming over, starting next year.
Yeah.
So we'll do some parties with some cool friends from overseas.
So this one here, you were in Freo last weekend, is that right?
No, that's coming up on the long weekend. It's actually the week before PCR, so I'll be on the Cokes that day. No beers.
Okay.
No, no.
Okay.
I know you thought I said something else.
Sorry, I was...
Nothing but soft drink that night.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've got PCR the next weekend. But yeah, we're popping up in Freo. It's the long weekend Sunday. Should be cool. It's a nice little venue down there, Freo Social.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, now you have just teased me a few times about this new project. I got to know, mate. Let me know.
Can't say much. Yeah, waiting to sign some paperwork, but we're deep in conversation. We've located a venue that we want to redevelop.
So this could be Nevermind Point.
It won't be
2.0?
called Nevermind. We've got a name. We've got it all there. So, but I can't talk about it. So, but yeah, we're working on a new club.
Yeah. On camera, you can't talk about it. You're telling me all about it once this camera's off. And what the name Nevermind? Where did that come from? Is it due to Nirvana?
Special. Nah, not really Nirvana.
I was hoping it was.
My favorite
That's our age.
Yeah, my favourite club in the country is actually a spot called Elsewhere.
Where's that?
On the Gold Coast.
Oh,
It's probably the only place on the Gold Coast that isn't either a strip club or a big cheesy R&B nightclub. So I love it. It's like really, it's got the same sort of aesthetic that we had there. I just love it. I love the team. I love everyone that works there. It's like exactly the same kind of culture that we try to create with Nevermind. And I like the name Elsewhere. It seems very throwaway. Like
have you got?
Yeah, and that's sort of what Nevermind kind of made me feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, have you got a name for this new venue?
I do.
Have you?
You're not going to find out.
Not on camera.
Quickly slap a patent on it before he gets a chance to. Then I'll sell it to you.
By the website URLs and stuff, you reckon?
You know I will. All right. Got anything else, Bart? That was fascinating. I'm fascinated by the nightclub.
Yeah.
The successful nightclub kind of thing.
Well, the successful nightclub that promotes independent music, as you say, you don't play top
Nelly?
40 R&B and all the rest of that.
Play horses.
Play horses.
Look, if we've got more time, I would love to ask you guys some questions.
Oh, go nuts.
How do you know Glenn? What's your connection to PCR?
How do you know Glenn?
Okay, me. I met Glenn. I'm hoping actually to get Glenn in here to have a chat.
Yeah.
I met Glenn probably would have been about 2004. I was friends, well not friends, but I knew a guy that he worked with at the Mustang Bar, and I remember the first time I saw Glenn, and I'll be honest, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm known for not sugarcoating anything, aren't I? When something comes out, when the Krispy Kreme comes out,
you're Brad Bitter Pill O'Day. Yeah.
I saw Glenn and I went and. Because Glenn's a little bit shorter, and Glenn was quite. This is 15 years ago. Glenn was a little bit thinner than he is now.
Yeah,
he's been in some good pastures. So I saw Glenn, and I just thought this guy looks about like 15, and I was not giving him a hard time, but we're having a bit of a joke. And then one of my mates said, "Oh, just be careful, he's a boxer."
Yeah.
And I went, "Oh yeah," and I was, I don't know, mid-20s, and I was full of confidence, as you can imagine. And then I saw something happened, and I saw Glenn fight, and I was absolutely terrified.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and since then he was always like, I was never rude to him. Like when we all went out, we never caused any dramas. We were fine, happy drunks, and we met up then, and then we used to chat and sometimes have a drink after work, and we were just mates with that. But with this Corporate Rumble, I've been following it since the start. I remember when he first mentioned it to us, and he said that he's looking at doing this. This is about 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
And we've just stayed in contact, and any kind of, I guess, well, not project, but anything I'm involved in, he's always been extremely supportive of it. And then when this came up, and we were talking about it probably only a couple of months ago, and that's when I just said, how would you like? We'll get some of the people in to talk about it. And he was spot on, but he's great. I can't say a bad word about him. I only met Nige for the first time a few weeks ago, and he's great as well.
Yeah.
So it just seems to be that group of people down there that
that's probably the best part about it all so far. Like everyone's so great. Yeah,
and
meeting everyone, like all supportive. Even I'm going to end up having to fight one of these guys, but I don't think there'd be a bad bone, win or lose, between anybody, guys and the girls. Everyone's just, it's a group project. Yeah, totally.
And it seems like even after there's no trash talk, there's nothing like that. And even after the fighting, everyone goes and has a drink together, and there's no animosity, and everyone.
No, I don't think so. I think everyone will just be glad to have it over and done with.
Yeah, by the end. It's got to be very nerve-wracking.
I think there'll be more than a couple of drinks.
Oh
afterwards.
With that being
Crown and. Yeah, there's going to be a couple of after parties for sure.
Do you know, like, when you fight? Because there's 12 fights on the card for me.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know yet, no.
Hopefully it's late, so you're on time.
Well, hopefully it's early. I can sit down and have a beer. Yeah, you got me.
One more. He brought me a T-shirt. I shouldn't talk trash.
Yeah, we'll see. It would be nice to be late. The main event, that would show that they think it's going to be an exciting fight.
Yeah.
But getting it out of the way early might not be bad either for the nerves.
Yeah. And then have a few drinks afterwards.
Enjoy the night, yeah.
Because you got full headgear and everything as well, don't you?
We're well protected, yeah.
Yeah, but still, even with headgear, it still hurts.
Yeah, I'm worried about the body shots, I think, more than anything. There's no headgear for your body. Good rib shots.
Are you wearing, you guys fight in a singlet, don't you?
I think it's a
How are you going to go having a shirt on?
Having a shirt on. I'm getting roasted here, man. I think I'll be all right.
Oh, we're pretty tame today. Normally we're way worse.
Yeah, okay.
So
I'll be all right. I'll be okay.
Okay.
As long as it's not too cold.
No, I think, it's at the Crown. It's at,
I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, I think I've been to a
Crown
couple
Ballroom.
Oh, really?
Lovely spot.
Stepping it up. Nice. And everyone gets done up for the night. Well, beautiful. Aeson, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
thanks for the T-shirt.
No worries.
And 4 weeks away, we're going to wish you all the best for your fight, and definitely after your fight, we'll meet up and have a few drinks. Maybe talk about DJ stuff after you just saw my effort there.
Yeah, saw your skills.
I have got a few.
Take some lessons in between now and then, maybe.
I'm prepared to take an afternoon off to show you how to create that masterpiece that I created today.
Love it. All right.
All right. Thanks, mate.
Yeah,
and we'll see you on the night.
Yeah, cheers.
Bye.
See ya.